Hello and welcome to KJTV News. We begin with breaking news from Gaza, where Hamas has officially released the bodies of 4 Israeli captives as part of an ongoing ceasefire agreement negotiated with Israel. This marks a significant development in the prolonged conflict, with tensions running high on both sides. The remains include a mother, her 2 young children, and an 83-year-old man, all of whom were taken captive during the October 2023 attack. Hamas claims that the 4 captives were killed as a result of Israeli airstrikes on Gaza while they were being held in captivity. The group further stated that they had done their best to ensure the captives' survival, but the Israeli military operations ultimately led to their deaths. The official handover of the bodies took place earlier today in Khan Yunis, located in southern Gaza, where Red Cross officials were present to receive the remains. The transfer was carried out in a solemn and structured manner, with 4 coffins being carried onto Red Cross vehicles one at a time. The bodies are now being transported to Israel for official identification by forensic experts, a process that could take several hours or even days. During the handover, a large backdrop was displayed on stage, prominently featuring an image of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who with exaggerated fangs and blood dripping onto the photographs of the 4 deceased captives. This visual display was intended to send a strong political message. Hamas, in its statement, insisted that it had provided humane treatment to the captives, but blamed Israeli forces for their deaths, accusing them of deliberately bombing the locations where the captives were held. Israeli political analyst Akiva Eldar described the situation as an immensely tragic and painful moment for Israel, calling it a symbol of governmental failure and mismanagement. He strongly criticized Prime Minister Netanyahu, who, with both parties maintaining strong positions and ongoing hostilities persisting, the ongoing war in Gaza has had devastating consequences, with reports indicating that over 48,000 Palestinians have been killed since the start of the conflict. Thousands more are believed to be trapped under the rubble of bombed-out buildings, while humanitarian conditions continue to deteriorate. The extensive destruction and humanitarian crisis have led to widespread international condemnation and urgent calls for a peaceful resolution to end the suffering of civilians on both sides. We will continue to monitor this developing story closely and bring you further updates as more information becomes available. Stay tuned to KJTV News for ongoing coverage and in-depth analysis of this critical situation. In other news, a Sri Lankan passenger train derailed early Thursday after colliding with a herd of elephants near Habarana, resulting in the deaths of 6 elephants, including 3 calves. Authorities have described this as the worst train-related wildlife accident in the country's history. Fortunately, no passengers were injured in the derailment. The incident occurred near a wildlife reserve, approximately 180 kilometers east of Colombo. The express train was traveling at high speed when it struck the herd before dawn. Footage captured from the scene showed a heartbreaking moment where a surviving elephant stood protectively over an injured calf, their trunks intertwined in what appeared to be a gesture of comfort. Government spokesman Nolinda Jayatissa acknowledged that train-elephant collisions are not uncommon in Sri Lanka, but this particular incident has drawn significant attention due to the unusually high number of casualties. In addition to the 6 elephants lost their lives, 2 others suffered severe injuries. Authorities are now reassessing existing measures to prevent such accidents, as previous efforts including enforcing speed limits in elephant crossing zones have proven ineffective. Officials are considering new strategies to minimize such tragedies, though no concrete plans have been announced yet. The accident comes amid growing concerns over human-elephant conflict due to habitat destruction. With increasing deforestation and human settlements expanding into wildlife territories, elephants often stray into villages searching for food, leading to deadly encounters. In 2023 alone, 450 elephants and 150 people lost their lives due to such conflicts. In response, the government is exploring the possibility of constructing multiple barriers, including electric fences and trenches, to keep elephants away from populated areas. Sri Lanka considers elephants a national treasure, and harming them is a criminal offence. The country has an estimated wild elephant population of around 7,000, and these animals play a vital role in its cultural and religious traditions, particularly in Buddhist practices. Studies have shown that Asian elephants display mourning behaviors similar to humans, especially when they lose their young. Some have been observed covering their dead calves with leaves and standing by them for hours. The species is classified as endangered, with only about 26,000 remaining in the wild, primarily in India and parts of Southeast Asia. This tragic accident has once again highlighted the urgent need for better wildlife protection measures to ensure the safety of both animals and humans. Officials continue to investigate the circumstances surrounding the derailment and possible steps to prevent future incidents. Stay tuned to KJTV News for more updates and in-depth coverage on this developing story, and thank you for watching. Stay with us.